So
Yep.
I'm recording, you're recording. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. There's a minor delay,
Yeah,
but
that's
I
good.
I can live with that.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'll start off then.
Yeah.
Okay. So disclaimer. For people, yes, the viewers or listeners, depending on how you plan to view or listen to this. Um, we're not editing any of this, by the way.
No. This
But
is this is a straight to video, literally straight to video podcast.
yep. This is going to be episode 0. But first, obviously, a disclaimer. We'll spoil things, so don't bitch too much about that. Though we will tell you and
I
stuff like that.
I'm going to intentionally spoil a couple of things today because one, I'm sleepy. I don't care. And two, sleepy. I don't care.
He has a point. 2, we're sleepy. This is the bedtime podcast. It's also the new episode 0 since Dave's file got corrupted. We're also going to do backups of our files from now on,
We
so
are.
as that doesn't happen again. Because last
There is going
podcast
to be
was
multiple
decent.
copies. Last
Yeah, there will be.
podcast was absurdly long, but was really
It was
good.
pretty good. It's kind of
even-
upsetting that there's only my audio now.
I
Maybe
know.
we'll release that one day and it'll just be terrible because then I'm the only one singing. You'll probably get singing in this episode because we're tired and stuff. And finally, foul language will probably ensue because of this. So
Yes.
be aware of that. But anyway, hi, I'm Jordan, the owner of senpai.co.uk, and I do things.
And he's a scrub.
joining me today is Dave.
Dave is also a scrub.
Everyone
Hello.
is a scrub.
Sorry.
That's why we use sponges.
Sponges. So I'm a sponge. Wonder what it'd be like to be a sponge. I'm not convinced it'd be like SpongeBob SquarePants, but
Me
I think-
either.
for somebody who had like cleaning OCD, being a sponge would be like the best lifespan ever.
It would also be the shortest lifespan of 0
It
because
would.
sponges aren't alive, unfortunately. Unless
Well-
you're a sea sponge, in which case you won't be cleaning anything, as far as I'm aware.
I don't know. It's kind of like a sea cucumber. You don't exactly mix it with salad. I suppose you could, but for
It
some
probably
reason,
wouldn't be that great in my mind, unless you're really into seafood and just need anything from the ocean in your body right now.
yeah, that and when in anime, I'm gonna get there. Don't worry.
Oh no, I know exactly where you're going with this.
Yeah, in anime, sea cucumbers are generally just used to like fulfill the need to see a top lolly play with something that resembles a penis and squirt jizz.
I was about to say, sea cucumbers ejaculate. For those of you who don't know.
Hmm.
Or anyway, one thing I want to just get out of the way before we actually get into some form of any kind of content whatsoever. Just to clarify, this isn't like solely an anime podcast, but we will try and keep it to sort of, at the very least, Japanese culture and like sort of manga, video games, anime, or just actual cultural things.
Correct. However, I will draw the line at hentai.
Well, I mean, no one draws a line anywhere. There are no lines, especially not this episode, jeez.
No.
We'll talk about
No.
hentai all day. We will one day.
Prisma Ilia hentai.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking win.
Oh, God. Someone's a lolicon. Not that anyone's ever said otherwise. You
No.
included.
I'm
Um,
a fascist.
That too.
I did.
guess.
Do you know what? I didn't even mean to say that. I was going to say something to do with fake collide lolly con, and
Okay.
instead I came out with fascist.
Yep.
See, sleepiness means brain doesn't want to continue sentence, so just picks whichever word kind of starts with the same letter and ends really quickly.
It's perfect, to be honest. But I'll be talking about a game or two because that's what I've been doing more than watching anime. Since the last thing I watched watched and finished was Log Horizon, and that was the podcast that we lost. So we're not going to talk too much about the database, but I did make a database for Y Schwartz cards, and I started off with Log Horizon, and I used it last night because I played Y Schwartz last night, and it was fun. Still lost, but it was actually really close, and it was I was about to say one of the most fun games I've ever played, or like times I've ever played Y Schwartz at the very least. It's also the second time I've ever played, so it doesn't really work.
No, you can still have like a best time as
I
long
know
as
I can, but it's just like considering when it's the best out of two, it kinda doesn't hold as much value, really. So
no,
didn't get to
I
use
guess
my
not.
Nisekoi deck, which is kind of upsetting, but one day.
Nisekoi's so good. Did I
I used
tell
my
you?
Symphogear, my Railgun, and my Log Horizon deck. What did you not tell me? Tell me more.
I got my level Neo stuff come through.
Oh, sick.
And
Tell us more about that, since that's probably all we're going to be talking about nowadays.
it is, and to be honest, next to Y Schwartz, they're probably one of the nicer cards that that have come out.
I was going to say that's good because, let's be honest, Prism Connect and Chaos aren't that nice looking to me.
No, I think I think the Chaos ones were kind of
like
bland.
I said, that's why I didn't like the. It's mainly because of the border, I think.
Yeah, or lack of.
No, it's because as in with Chaos it has the border, and that's why I think it's sort of like I'm not too big of a. I think it was Chaos at least.
No, I don't think.
Like on the
Chaos.
Grisaya card, and it has like the border all around it. Whereas on like Y Schwartz, there's like no border. It's just like a little bit at the bottom and then the level.
Yeah, no, that's the Chaos ones. I mean, the artwork on them is nice, being from the show itself, but
yeah.
I think it's the extra little bits, like the way the cards are done. It all seems to be very white backgrounds and kind of reduced, reduced interest, if you like. First stage Pokemon, if you know. I think it's probably the best ones I can come to.
Yeah, I understand that.
But I mean, the level.
It's time to get back into the collectible card game thing, or it is collectible, isn't it? It's not training.
It's
CCG, not TCG.
Yeah, no, it's collectible and trading.
Yeah. Well, fucking whatever. I fucking don't know the real difference between the two, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, like they say, trading. I think it's because it's not really. If they said it was collectible, it would be a misconception that people would be like, so you can't do things with these. But because it's a trading card game, I think they're just all trading card games. It's
more or less. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, with Chaos, it is literally Chaos TCG. So
yeah, and Y Schwartz TCG and
is it? I never knew it had
TCG. That. Yeah.
Because I mean, at least on the back of Chaos, it literally says TCG, whereas on Y Schwartz it doesn't.
Yeah, but Y Schwartz.
But yeah, I meant
Y
like literally in the
Chaos.
title sort of thing. But yeah, I get
yeah. Chaos companies, Chaos something TCG.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anyway, like back to the level Neo deck. I had the No Game No Life one, and unfortunately, I ended up with not the little lolly. I got the brother Sora. Which is good. I could have had.
Speaking
Steph.
of No Game No Life, real quick, I have the Shiro figure right here in my room. It's not mine. It's not mine.
Is it the one on the checkered board?
Yeah.
That's the one I've got.
It's the one for Damien. Well, you don't have it yet. You got it from Crunchyroll, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it's coming in January, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't get that, but we'll not talk too much about retailers right now.
To be fair, I mean, I've already paid for it, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm in no rush, you know. I kind of wish I'd bought it off Army or CD Japan now, purely because it would have been sooner, but because I didn't know you back then, you know,
it
came
get
up
there
and
a
I was
little
like,
quicker. Well, I mean cheaper. I mean,
yeah,
it was like $120 or something on CR, right? Dollars.
I paid £60.
Yeah, it's cheaper on Army.
Yeah, I think that would
Well,
be.
yeah, more or less.
I tell you what else I got with Army as well, and
Oh,
I'm really sad for buying this, but
oh
honestly,
god.
I don't care. I have a big sort of thing for Hana Yamata,
Uh huh.
the Yosakoi dance thing.
Mhm.
Um, if anybody hasn't watched it, it's good. That's all I can say. Cause like Naru, so good. Um, anyway, yeah, I bought a collar band, one of them snap bracelets,
Right.
and I proceeded to go to work wearing it for the whole of last week.
Mhm.
And then somebody finally said to me, "Why have you got a girl bracelet on?" And I was like, "It's not a girl bracelet. It's a bracelet of a girl." And they're
Wow.
like, "Yeah, but isn't that the kind of thing like that girls wear?" I'm like, "You just do not understand otakus." And
Wow.
he was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm your boss. Go work." But no,
Well.
in general, like, funnily enough, one of the guys after seeing it, he sort of came up to me and he said to me, he said, "So, if I said Ghost in the Shell," and I went, "Yes," and One Piece, and a couple of other ones. One was Dominion Tank Police, which was from when I was a kid.
Okay.
And then like he named a few other shows, and then he came out with Prisma Ilga, and I
Oh
was like,
god. I was
I was
about to be like, wow, what a fucking loser. He only knows all the mainstream shows, and then you said that. I'm like, oh, okay,
yeah,
that's a
and
bit better. And
I
then
just
you
I
and then
just
you
turned
obviously
around.
lost your shit, right?
I did. I turned around. I'm like, you
You
shaking
just
hand.
gave him a hug.
I did. I hugged him. I
Was
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 like,
when
so
you
good.
like you said one of the other guys, was he like a customer or was he like an employee?
No, he was an employee.
Oh, did you like just be all like you raise now, and then like shoot him off?
No, I sat having a chat with him, and I was
Uh,
like,
I
dude,
was
I've got
hoping that you
loads of
just like gave him
DVDs.
a raise suddenly.
That would no.
I was gonna say
Give
that's not in
myself
your
a
power,
raise.
right?
No.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, finance and HR would have a massive shit fit.
Yeah, probably.
So it
It's like,
kind
why'd
of
you give him a raise? Because he said Prismarillia, and it's like, what's that? It's like, and
demoted
then you just get demoted to like just I don't know,
scrub.
scrubbing the floors.
Ironically enough, I've already done that, so it doesn't
Yeah.
make you know. But yeah, he turned out to be pretty cool, and I sat there and we went through all my drawings, and funnily enough, we even listened to the podcast for about an hour.
God damn it.
It was really horrible. He
It
was like,
was.
"Oh, who?" I was like, "Yeah, listen to this podcast and see what you think." He was like, "Yeah, it's quite good." He's like, No, it wasn't edited, was it?" I was like, "Nah, it wasn't. We didn't have time." And he went, "Wait, this is you?" Yes. He's like,
Well,
"Oh."
he's probably listening right now and being all like, oh my god, that was me.
Lol.
He's like, I'm that guy.
That guy is me. He's gonna be on YouTube all happy. I'm just glad I can bring happiness to one person.
Yep.
Funnily enough,
That's the dream.
my friend in America has also spent the whole, actually listened to the whole thing, or at least she
Why?
said she did. If she
Oh.
hasn't, I'm gonna be very upset because she's
Oh.
gonna be listening to this one.
Just like
So,
early on, so there's a chance that she'll hear it. It's just
mhm.
like, oh, they knew.
So
And then
Maria,
they cry.
I expect an email to say you've listened, or I will be very upset
Yep, too upset.
and never speak again.
Wow. Man, I
Um,
had something I was going to say and I can't even remember anymore.
no,
Oh well.
brain not functioning. I'm kind of like in sleep mode and just going with auto response.
It's a good thing this is this is like literally episode 0, so it's not properly going yet.
No, this is we're still
Because
in the
we're 14 minutes in, more or less, and we haven't actually properly talked about really anything apart from merchandise.
no, but I think that's a good start. We're starting on merchandise.
Yeah, it's a different start. That's good.
Um, what else came in my army pack that's of note? I had my cards, my column band. I had an item that I have been waiting for a very, very long time.
Oh no.
It arrived. It was literally, I think, the third item I pre-ordered after you showed me Army.
Perfect.
It was the Laura Bodewig towel
Mhm.
from Infinite Stratos, and I have to say, it looks just as good as it did in the picture, and it replaced my wardrobe door.
You see, here's the thing. That is exactly what I did with the bed sheets that came with To Love Room. I just got my coat. I was just like, you know what? These bed sheets, I'm never going to use these as bed sheets because you're now like bed sheets you'd buy from a store. They have like the elastic bit on the bottom that you put around the mattress.
Yep.
Well, this is literally just a sheet.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't want to because it'll just slide off straight away. Even these bed sheets that I have on now still would just slide off. I'm like, why do you do this?
They eventually
do I need
pull
to
off
tie you down?
that, and the fact that the inking will eventually come
Yeah.
out after about 4 months.
I understand that because I have because I got the Lovers Over edition of Catherine when it came out, which came with a pillowcase, and yeah, it's fading like a lot. Well, it's still there and you can still see it, but it has definitely faded.
Yeah, that's the only downside with.
I wonder whatever happened to
like
the underwear that came with it.
Wow.
It came with underwear, and it came with the pillowcase, and it came with a shirt. The most useful collector's edition of a video game.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, it was fantastic. I'm trying to bring up my current order that I have to pay for. Well, I can pay for it right now, but I need to sort something out first.
Well, I've got another order due out the end of this month. Everything's in stock apart from, ironically, my Laura Bodwig strap. As you can probably tell, I have a bit of an obsession with Laura.
We're aware.
But the towel is wow, it's amazing. It's the best thing I ever bought. And thanks to you, I also got the entire Infinite Stratos non-English dubbed series on DVD for £10.
Was it not English dubbed?
Nope.
Really?
Correct. It was English subtitles only.
Huh.
I was much
Wait,
less
do you actually have it then?
I do. Yeah,
Huh.
It turned up on Thursday. So when I got home, it was here. I got in the door and I was like, "Yay, IS DVD!" For a tenner, I wasn't gonna say no. I mean, I've tried getting it elsewhere, it was like 30-40 quid.
Yeah, dude. Like, okay, I'll just say one thing right now. For anyone living in the UK, and if you like anime or just like don't have as much to spend on it, but also want to buy stuff that maybe you don't know of, or just like want to buy more anime.
Yeah, like bargain bin stuff.
Yeah, like check out Anime Online, which is like anime-on-line.co.uk. It's MVM's like retailer, and basically every week on a Friday, I think it's around. Just check like on a Friday at like 5 p.m. and then just go on there, and they'll always have like a deal of the week, which is pretty much whatever anime, but for £10. And it's like just really good. Like they had Batum, I think, before this week, before the IS one, which was technically last week since it's Saturday right now. So
Yep.
I haven't actually looked up just yet, but they had Black Cat for £10, which is like a 26 episode dealie, and it's a good show, and it's like I think one of the time I think like £30 on Amazon. It's just like really good place if you just want to like pick something up. Really,
This is pretty good. Canon, complete collection for Canon.
Kanan or Canon.
Yeah, Canon, if you want to be it that way. It's basically biological weapons.
Yeah, I've seen Kanan.
But that's actually deal of the week.
Oh, sick!
Yeah, 10.
That was actually good. They're actually getting better shows because before it was like kind of old shows I've never heard of and don't look that amazing. But like recently they've been on the board because it was Batum and then IS and then Kanan. It's like pretty good.
They've got
They
a lot
did
of good savings on.
The only one I've seen below £10 was Bakemonogatari, which was on DVD, so I didn't get it because I'm like, I'm not gonna buy. I don't want that show on DVD personally. Even though for £7, even though it was only part one.
Should have told me, I would have had it.
Dude, it was like way before I met you, to be honest.
Oh, okay, fair dues. Did you know they have a Neko Monogatari now?
I have not kept up with any of the show, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a Neko Monogatari.
Yeah,
White.
I know of. Yeah, there's Black and White, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I know of the show's like names and shit, and I know of that Toothbrush scene. That's about it.
They've. I want to see what they've got as pre-release. At the moment.
Anyways, though, rather than just like splurging about how good a site is,
Yeah.
That's not our own site.
No, it's not our own site, but it's all cool. So what we were on merchandise.
Yeah. I mean, I have mine up now, just like the list of my shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, literally this month I have my Chitoge shirt, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Because for 3,000 yen, you usually don't get very good. You don't usually get, like, collared shirts.
No.
As I'm well aware because I have some, but the Chitoge one actually has, like, some colour. I'm like, that actually looks really nice for that sort of price. Unlike these 6,000 yen full graphic ones, which I need to get one day, but not for a while unless they go on sale, because 40, like, well, not £40. It's like 30-ish, probably.
It's a lot of money if you're
It is
just
a lot of money
ordering
for a
t-shirt.
shirt, yeah.
But I mean, if you're ordering it and sticking it up in your thing, and just playing with it there, and or like in a bag somewhere, and then hanging it, then fair dues. But
Well, I'd wear it as a shirt. I mean, why wouldn't
no,
I?
yeah,
The second item is probably going to annoy you in the fact that if I go onto the listing, it doesn't exist there anymore.
mm.
Fake Collide Liner Prismarilia's Y Collide Figurilia. Prize figure, though.
Prize figure.
Yeah. It's, the one I showed you before.
Yeah, I know. What you're
It's
on
not that one, but it's from the same manufacturer.
about.
And it was on pre-order,
Sega.
so I was like... No, it wasn't Sega, it was, Ryu, something like that. Along those lines.
I actually, to change the subject just ever so slightly, I've actually pre-ordered the Silica SAO figure.
Right, yeah. I
they've
actually
got
saw
on them at
that,
the
the ALO one, right?
Yes, mate. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
I
one
saw
with
that one
Pino.
earlier, and I was like, I kind of want to, because I kind of liked Silica.
Well, I give you a good bit of good news.
Mm-hmm.
In February, when I go to LAGC, the voice actor who played Silica is there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Cool.
She's been confirmed, and when I heard that, I'm taking my SAO Silica fan up, and I'm gonna
Okay.
have her sign.
I was about to say, I thought you were about to say figure, and I was like, it's not released until May.
No, but I've got the Silica
Yeah.
fan,
Oh, yeah, you do.
so I'm gonna be
I say
taking
that.
that.
I didn't really know that you did, but yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that came like a couple orders ago, but yeah, I was like, oh my god, seriously.
Yep.
So, but yeah, as soon as I saw that figure turn up, I was like, that is actually really.
It's a
really
pretty nice looking figure as well.
and it's really there's a lot to it. It's not
Yeah, it's not just like some.
stand
It's
up.
yeah. It's
It's
not like
kind of like the Shiro one. It's got like a nice little podium where she's on, and you've got like her
It's
pet as
like
well.
the Kurisu and Asuna ones that you used to see quite a bit around like Crunchyroll and stuff.
Mm.
Like the M Kurisu from Steins Gate one with like the gears and stuff, and I think it was the Asuna one that had like some sort of splash effect or something. Similar
Yeah.
to those, basically. It's got like some form of accessory with it, whereas most of my figures are, now including my Mary one. Okay, one thing I will say though, I fucking love my MM one. Not MM as in the show. MM from Chemico DX or Chemico Deluxe. There's a character called MM. If you have the Nendroid from there, you can use the Nendroid with this figure. And it's like actually kind of cool, but I don't have the Nendroid, and the Nendroid costs us a whole lot more. It isn't worth it to me personally because I won't use it. But like the stand for it, just really cool, and the fact that it's like slightly diagonal, and the way that it like attaches, it's just like
Yeah.
a metal rod like through the bottom of the foot, and it just like balances perfectly. So it's like literally you can really not even see the metal rod if you look head on, and it's just like floating there. It's like really nice.
Oh, that's. See, I kind of like those where they're suspended like with a decent clear
Yeah.
plastic. So and
No,
really
it is literally a
inconspicuous.
metal rod, but it's like well hidden. If you're looking at it like straight on, you can't see it. If you look at it from the side, it's still just like a little metal rod, but it like holds the whole
Yeah.
thing up, and it's great.
That I've just sent you a link.
I don't want to open it because I don't want Firefox to open right now.
Okay, basically my big Laura towel that I bought.
Right.
They've got the Charlotte one, and it's in stock for 3,600 yen.
Oh, nice.
That is the link for it. I haven't ordered it yet because I want you to order it or decide if you're going to before I do. Just in case.
Right. I mean, I would like to, but oh wait, I don't. Because here's one thing though that I dislike about most towels is the fact that the design is vertical.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Because I would like to use my towels personally, just me. Like, I kind of want to use them. Sometimes cause, and it's like I don't like designs that are the wrong way around when I try to use them. It's like if I wrap myself in the towel, it'd be the wrong way around. I'm like,
I could never use the towel that I bought as an actual towel because I go to bed and I get to stare at her all night before I go to sleep. It's great. If they bring
look,
out
man,
an
you
Ilya
don't
one-
understand. I'm literally surrounded by things just staring at me. I have all my figures on one side of the room and some posters. I have posters on a different side of the room. I have my
nearly
fucking
run
bed
out of wall
sheets.
space.
I have my
Again.
bed sheets over there, and then I have my Shina Dakimakura on the other side, which is pretty much a clear wall because it's like my red wall. All my other walls are like a grey, and then there's just this red one, which is fucking sick. I like my room with nothing on it before, but now it's got all these posters around it, and it's still good.
Yeah.
I do have quite a bit of spare wall space, but I just don't want to use like every inch of my wall right now.
No, I know what you mean.
Like the
I'm
wall
getting there.
by my set of drawers is solely for both Sakurai and Coco.
That is a good way to do it.
It is. I only have 2 posters up there right now, though. Just
See,
because.
I got I'm trying to remember what I had.
You need to
coming.
make shrines.
Shrines. I have an Ilya shrine.
Try
Don't
not to
judge
get
me.
candles too close to the posters, otherwise they might burn.
There's no bad posters.
But yeah, we
yeah,
should get back
so anyway.
to some more. My other items are all, apart from the last 2, which I'm not even going to say just for reasons. One's a pop-up picture book, though, I'll say that much, which is fucking weird, but it was 300 yen, so I'm like, fuck it.
That was a Nisekoi one, wasn't it?
No, it was, I don't even know what it is.
Why did you buy it then?
Because it was 300 yen.
Wow.
And it's like a pop-up picture book. I'm like, I don't know what this is. It says it's an adult item, so fucking this will be interesting. This is an
Boobs.
adventure, if nothing else.
You're gonna open it up and boobs are just gonna pop out. If anything,
Probably.
it's 300 yen is worth just that.
I know, that's what I mean. I was like, wow, this is going to be an adventure. But basically, I have my extra booster for Log Horizon because my deck's here now, and I
Yep.
played it, and I almost beat. Look, I played against Joseph last night, and the second, no, it was the first. It was the first one we played. It was his Index Stash Haruhi deck versus my Railgun deck. I literally, if he didn't have one card, I would have beaten him. Because he had this, like, sort of heal card, so he removes, like, 2 cards from his clock. Because he was level 3 with 6 in his clock. And I literally dealt 1 damage. Like, I was like, fuck this, I need to go, just do all the damage I can. And he was like, just before, I was like, oh, by the way, I can play this backup card that removes 2 cards from my clock. I'm like, and then he beat me. I was like, ah. Oh.
Wow.
It was a great game, though. It's really fun when you get, like, super close. It's like that in the last one we played. It was like, I think I was 4 cards. He was 4 cards to level 4, and I was 3. So I was like, I probably don't have a chance, and I kind of didn't. But it was close, still.
Oh, when I get paid on Tuesday, when I get back on the Friday, I'll see if I can get a webcam, and then
Finally.
we'll do a little thing. Obviously, I've been away, so I
Yeah,
had no money.
I know. I mean, if you ever come over, then we can play again then, and we can
And
actually
then we'll
record
just record it.
Yeah.
That'll be hilarious.
That'll be fucking great. It'll include a lot of punching.
We need to decide as well.
Howdy.
LAGC.
Oh yeah. It depends. I'm gonna try to, because I don't fully intend to go to Japan right now, to be honest. Because I could. It's just like I have to probably prioritize things a bit better. Like, I would rather spend that money on getting a Cintiq to help with stuff.
Yep.
So it's like I could go to Japan for like about 1.5 weeks, or I could get a Cintiq.
I'd get
So
this
it's
league.
it's an issue I've always had with, should I go out and spend a buttload of money on like going out, or should I like spend my money on video games and get a lot more enjoyment out of it?
Long term enjoyment. I think you're looking
Yeah.
for a good a time investment, time versus money, because
Yeah,
you know.
the value for that sort of thing is a lot better than going out, which is why I didn't go out as much when I was younger. And I
Yeah.
still don't, because I'm just like, I don't really care.
Well, I mean,
It helps to strengthen your ability to not be relying on people,
It's very
which is
true.
something that, truthfully, most of my family is terrible at, and quite a few people I've met are terrible at. I'm like, I don't want to put myself in that situation. I understand that it's probably a really sad thing to hear, but I just, no, I'd rather be content with being able to, like, not need people around than, like, be super desperate to need people around.
Yep, I know what you mean. I mean, with the LAGC thing, the good thing being is I now have a company car, which I
True.
can use. So yeah, life's good. But you have to book tickets for LAGC by the end of
January,
December.
right? Oh, end of December. You see, my December order's like literally 4,000 yen. It's a Sakurai Nendroid and a Sakurai mug.
Yeah, mine's
That is it.
mine's
December, good month.
5,000
January,
too.
fucking hell. February, also a pretty decent month. It's 5,000. March, 15,000, so not so bad. April,
No.
I think, was 9,000 because it's a card captor Sakura figure. I'm like, look, first anime I ever saw, I have to. Which
Yeah,
is why I
you
want to
got- you
get
have
my hands on
Sakura.
the Yumasho figure. Like, the one. There's one that's on pre-order, but I didn't like that character, and it just generally looks pretty terrible. Both of the Yumasho figures look pretty shit, not gonna lie. But I just kind of want one because it's like the first.
It's kind of hard to get a decent figure like that, to be honest.
It's not so much just to get one; it's because it's literally they're the only two that exist.
Yep.
And like one is in stock pre-owned on Army for a good price, but I don't like care for that character, and it's just not. It's the worst of the two figures, in my opinion. But like, yeah, I'm
No,
gonna
I
try
know
and go
what you mean.
LAGC though. Like, back
The,
to that.
Yeah, the LAGC thing's got to be done.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
At
mean,
this
I'm not
point,
gonna
I don't know if I'm gonna fully be able to get my cosplay done
I
at
don't know
this
if I'm
rate.
going to be able to, obviously because of
because of all of this shit that we're buying,
yeah, that and
and
also
because of
I'm,
time.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
away. Literally, I'm not home Monday to Friday, and January I will be away for like 3 weeks on the trot. So what
Yeah.
I might try and do is at least get like a prop done, maybe if I can wangle that. So I may try and focus on just getting Kamito's sword.
Yeah.
Get Est made, and then just sort of turn up with Est and see how it goes. I mean, I can pretty much
I can
do his
buy
costume.
a white wig and you can dye your hair, and then we'll just be like, we're wearing casual clothes.
Well, my
No.
idea was right. I've got even less time now to do this stuff. So Ruby will have to wait until possibly October MCM, which would be really nice.
Ooh, that's a long way, considering Japan Expo and shit that we were gonna do.
Well, I've still got Japan Expo to do as well, so it'll depend because my
I still want to do the IS ones for that though.
IS would be mental. I'm
It was
still
like
trying to
IS
figure
was
out
just
how
like
to
the
do
side
those.
idea, and I'm like, look, if we can get the arms made, then literally let's just do IS.
Yeah,
Because
like,
honestly,
have,
with
like,
the
a-
Tails cosplay, I kind of want to switch it over to something, which we'll discuss a bit later on. Because when we actually talk about like media stuff,
Yeah.
this is going to be a long podcast probably. Let's just say that at this point,
Oh yes.
because so far we haven't even talked about like anime.
No, it's been a quiet one for anime at the moment. We'll
Yeah,
go into
especially for
anime.
me.
Well,
Especially
not for me.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, it has been for me for the last couple of days because I can't get.
I've
decent
literally
signal.
only caught up on Twin Tails and like started the English dub of Psychopath, so I'm only 2 episodes in.
Well, I am.
Psychopath
now
season 2, by
caught
the
up.
way.
Yeah, I love Psychopaths.
I love
I'm
Psychopaths too.
Really,
It's a really
enjoying
good show,
this.
especially for people who like aren't into it, because of just like how easily it will translate into like Western stuff with its sort of setting,
Yeah, it's very. Trying to think.
like a crime, fucking
it's a good concept. That's what
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I was
sort of
gonna say
on
like
that.
crime investigation type of thing.
Yeah, it's like NCIS meets Japan.
I would also you also have to fucking. I'm pretty sure either we mentioned it or it was somewhere else that we were both trying to think of the film, and it took us absolutely Minority Report. There,
That
boom,
was it,
got it
yeah.
straight. Fucking didn't take half an hour that time.
See,
Yeah.
you're waking up.
No, no, I don't think so. This is just
Um,
like the part where you're like super tired, but you're like slightly past tired, so you're just like
in
super tired,
it,
which is
it's
the
Dutch courage of sleep deprivation.
Sure. Don't know what
Uh,
that means, but go ahead.
Yeah, Dutch courage is kind of like you know when you eat so much you can't eat anymore, but like 5 minutes later you think yeah I can handle a bit more.
No,
That's Dutch.
I
That's
don't.
basically Dutch courage.
I don't know what that is, but sure. When I
It
burp,
can apply to any. It can apply to anything.
yeah. When I burp, I definitely understand that feeling. So when you
Yeah,
burp,
and-
it's just
and
like, oh
90%
man, I
of
could
the
eat a
ways around
horse. Don't eat horse, kids.
No,
There's nothing wrong with it, though.
Horses don't taste very nice. So to wrap up merch stuff, the main items I've got turning up this month is SAO Cosper T-shirt, which is Shinnon because
Right.
she's awesome.
Nice.
My Blade Dance card sleeves, which was Est.
Oh yeah.
Those
are out
are
now. Cool.
yeah, those are in stock, which is cool.
Sick.
I managed to get. I've been after something from Black Bullet for ages. Now I wanted something that was nice, that was large-ish, or substantial. I think is probably the word I'm looking for. And it didn't cost a lot, and it had to have Enju on it because Enju is. I'm just I'm a lolicon. What can I say?
It's true. You can't deny it at this point.
No, I mean my wall is covered in lolly, so I just fuck my life. And when I was on the Army sale page, I happened to see it. Like literally, they refreshed it about 10 minutes, after I'd logged in. And then when I went into the sale page again, just to have a double check, just in case I'd missed anything, I saw this Mofu scarf towel. Now you'll know I've already got the one from Irregular High School of Yuki.
I thought you said that they had already gotten the Black Bullet one.
Did I discuss that on the last podcast?
I don't think you discussed it, but I remember you telling me.
Yeah, I did tell you, but nobody else knows.
So have you got it though? Is what I mean. Because when you said this order, I thought you meant the one that's coming up.
No, the one this order. I mean, the one that's coming out in like a couple of days. Because the only thing that left to come in is the Laura strap.
So do you or do you not have the scarf?
I don't
towel?
know. I don't have the scarf
Right.
at this
okay.
very moment. Yeah,
that's
that
what I
didn't turn
meant
up
because
on
I
the
was
last one.
because I thought you already had it. That's
Oh
what I meant.
no.
No. All right.
So,
yeah.
but I managed to snag that for 1,500 yen, which I was very pleased. And then because Log Horizon, I got an Akatsuki mug as well.
Oh yeah. Did you? I take it you didn't order the Shiro one then.
No, I didn't. I thought it was a bit much for a teacup.
I can understand, but I just kind of because like I have. Okay, when I was working at a place in Spalding called Ink to Print, just totally just going all out and telling you everything. Oh god.
Yep.
Basically, when I was working there, the manager, I guess, really fucking nice guy. Like while I was working there, super nice. I bought some green tea because like there was a place in Spalding that sort of sold like Japanese sweets and stuff. So like I got some green tea. And I was like, cool, I got some green tea. And then I like sort of told them like, hey, I got some green tea and all this other awesome Japanese stuff from this place. And I was like, oh yeah, I know that place. And then like one day I just like go into work and it's just like he just says, oh, I got you something. I was like, what? And he just like gave me this little box of green tea. I'm like, oh, cool. So I have an overabundance of green tea because I wasn't drinking it all that much.
Wow.
So I don't want to sound rude, but it's like the green tea that he got tastes like weird to me in comparison to the one that I had before.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know what it is. It's just like not as strong, I guess. I think it's I know it's Double Dragon or something like some fucking Asian as fuck name like Double Dragon. No.
That's yeah.
Too racist. Sorry.
Well, I know I'm only about
Basically, what I'm trying to say is I wanted a cup like that because I need something to drink green tea out of.
That isn't a teacup. So you basically wanted to drink green tea, in a Japanese cup.
I have one, but it's like too normal Japanese. It's like it looks like a Tengu mask on it, but it's not a Tengu mask.
I'm with
I'm
you.
like, this is like actual fine Japanese Japan. See what I did there? Because it's not fine China, it's fine Japan. I'm a funny guy. I made a joke. It's terrible, I'm sorry.
It was funny.
No, it was a funny, yeah. No.
Let's
But
see.
yeah, so I ordered that.
I thought about. Do you know
It's
what I
just
did
the really
think about
dumb
buying?
face on it too. That's partially what sold it to me. I was just like really poorly drawn, and she was like, it's kind of cool actually.
Yeah, it's like
And the way that it's like really irregular in its like shape, it's not like perfectly round. It's got like ridges and shit. I'm like, that looks pretty fucking cool.
It's kind of one of them things, if you see it and it's worth it, you're like, yeah, okay, I can dig that. Fuck it.
Plus, I'm gonna be honest, I was looking around for it. It was way too fucking much on every other site in existence. Also known as like £15 on most places I looked, and I was like, fuck that. One place had it for like $50. I'm like, fuck you.
Wow.
It's a cup. But yeah. As for my order, the only other thing two things of other note are Persona 4 English trial deck. Just because I kind of wanted that, and since it's available with my order, I might as well do it. And a defrag deck holder. Haven't seen defrag, but the deck holder looked kind of cool. And I kind of need more deck holders because I have 8 decks right now, and I have 2 deck holders.
Wow. I actually have. I need these Est cards now. My level Neo turned up, but I've got my Hana Yamata deck case arrived, so I've now got 2 decks in the case.
Oh yeah, nice.
Ready to go, which is
Sick.
good. I'm now a little bit upset because I've just gone on to Army and they've put Laura's towel up for sale, and it's now
man.
like 1,500 yen cheaper than what I paid for, but I don't care because I have it.
Yeah.
That is all that matters. Which makes me really want to buy the Charlotte one. I mean, being 3,600 yen, that's quite cheap. I mean, because then I could use the Charlotte one because I like Charlotte, but not as much as I like Laura.
See, I'm the other way around.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. I mean, we both.
I mean,
have our
I know
favourites.
it's like we like things that are too similar, so it's good to have difference.
We're basically
Literally, the only reason we
anime twins.
Look, truth be told, the only reason we don't both have Log Horizon decks is because the Log Horizon trial deck is kind of hard to get right now.
And you had money at the time to order it, and I didn't. So I was
Well,
like,
no, I got it from a different place.
Oh right, where did you get it from?
Little Akiba.
Oh, fair dues. Are they actually any good with postage?
They're actually pretty good. They only ship by airmail, from what I'm aware, which I have no complaints about. The shipping's actually reasonably cheap. The only downside being that the products are still technically more than they are because it's like a trial deck's like £12 as opposed to the like 6 it would be. Still cheaper than getting it local, but at the same. But they also do. They did, and I think they still might have some Nisekoi trial decks in, but with the English release, I don't think you'd care too much right now, right?
No, they've got the English release ones.
Well, yeah, I
Army's
mean,
got the
but I mean,
English release,
Army
sorry, is
do
what
it
I
as
mean.
well, so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna get a Nisekoi deck. I have
Oh yeah, me
my-
too.
my
I have the
January-
fucking trial deck and booster added into my order just because I want English ones.
My January order is literally Prisma Ilya, Weiss Schwartz cards of the previous one and the
Oh, yeah,
Spies, I think it is. No, the extra.
Sly.
Sorry, the second one was the
Extra
extra
boosters.
one. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a whole deck built out of boosters, which is cool.
Yeah, it's like you could have gotten a Log Horizon deck from just. That's the only issue with extra boosters because you don't have as many cards. Depending on how many colors there are, you can't really make a viable deck because obviously you can only actually play 3. The trial deck has just 2. I'm not sure about with the boosters, but I only ordered 1 because I was like, they're in stock right now. I might as well.
I'm just seeing if Army's got any Log Horizon.
They don't have the extras in anymore now. Nor do they have the
trial
trial.
deck.
No, they don't.
They've got the trial deck 6-pack on thingy. I'm a bit gutted they don't have the extras in stock anymore because I probably would have picked some up. But
Yeah.
I've got a
I mean,
funny
you could've.
feeling the extra, the 2 will come out soon.
It might. I don't know. I wouldn't say it will come out soon. It might be announced soon, if anything, because they don't. They usually announce them a couple months before. So. But yeah.
What else was I going to talk? Yeah. Winter anime releases. I saw some good ones on there.
I saw Tales of Zestria, which
Yes.
I'm not sure if I'll watch because I want to get the game. So, kind of an awkward stance, really, because I have the figure from it because, Lord knows, from this day forth, I'm going to buy the Tales figures because I'm really pissed off that I can't get the Rita Mordio figure for not 300. I say not 300. I was about to say £300. 100 and something pounds. When it's listed on Army for 6,000 yen. Sold out.
But it's not the point that it's sold out. It's the point that that's how much you should be paying. But
that's the reason. That's the reason. It's like the point that it's sold out is the reason why I'm upset, because it's like I should be paying this much, but because it's sold out, I have to pay a lot more.
Oh my god.
Oh god. I think we're getting too deep.
Nope. In 2 days,
Oh god.
Infinite Stratos has a special OVA being released called World Purge.
Yeah, I saw that one. Not actually seen it, but like I saw.
Yeah. There's the Nisekoi OVA, which is coming out soon. There's Serisuke no Blade Dance specials.
The Nisekoi OVA is like February though, isn't it?
Yeah, Febby.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not really soon. I know because I'll
Tales
have
of
that
Zestria.
one.
Strike Witches, Operation Victory Arrow.
Yup.
I want to watch that. To
Me
Love
too,
Rue
I have
Darkness.
to. Ooh, there's a new OVA for Darkness. Nice.
Yeah. Wake Up Girl. There
The
was
To
a
Love
couple-
Root OVAs just in general. Always good fun.
It is. There was to be announced ones. That there was a load on here that I seen.
I
Which
can't remember one. There was one of them that I was like excited for. Besides,
Do Ra Ra Ra.
that was one of them.
Ketsu,
Yeah.
The new Fake Clyde. Yes.
Oh, there's another. Oh yeah. I mean, I know that there's another because of the mangas and shit, but
Yeah, but it's
so soon.
Fake Clyde liner Prisma Ilya Zwei Hertz.
oh,
So it's basically it says here this will adapt the second half of the Zwei manga. So
okay, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. High School DxD's got a 3rd season coming up.
Yeah.
Huh.
As
That
far
was
as I
that's a
remember.
new one. I didn't see that the other day. So that's a bit of a biggie.
Listen, High School DxD has a good plot. I know a lot of people don't say that. My friend read the light novels. I think that he can safely tell me if there is like a plot that isn't breasts. I want to rant about things, to be honest.
We'll do the ranting at the end. We'll have like a rant section.
Sure. It just bugs me how people just sometimes just never get to the point of getting past like, oh, look at these fully exposed breasts.
Yeah.
I can't enjoy anything about this show
Because there's boobies.
because I'm.
I'll
I was
bring up a
about.
prime
What's the
example.
opposite of a homophobe? Homophobe. I'm scared of homeless people. Sorry. What? Anyway.
I kind of know.
Should
what
we?
you're about.
I think we should move on. Probably.
Yeah, I'll carry on with my TBA stuff.
Oh, I guess.
Because the next one's one that we're both looking forward to, which is Nisekoi 2.
Yep.
That's probably going to be the top thing for us, isn't it?
Depends. There are, of course, shows that I would probably like to see more. Nisekoi's not my favourite
maybe.
show ever, but it's a really good show, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
Symphogear Season 3.
Yes! Sorry. Fuck Nisekoi. Okay, I have a really love-hate relationship with Symphogear, but also not a hate relationship in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
Because with both seasons, I've not so much dropped, but I've always put it on hold. and then I've gone back to it and just been like, oh my god, why did I even do that? But part of me understands it because it means I can just watch it all in one go.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I just subconsciously stopped watching. Even though the first season it was like I stopped episode 8, so I don't get why. But with season 2 it was like I stopped episode 3. Partially because Crunchyroll doesn't have it, and that would mean downloading it, and I'm like,
Yeah, it does. It does
downloading on a weekly basis is literally the worst to me. I hate that. I'm just like, can't I just go onto Crunchyroll or a legal streaming site? Because I don't like using illegal streaming sites.
I prefer, if I can buy it, I'll buy it. If I can't watch it, if it's one of them things where I have to download it to watch it, I just won't watch it. I'll wait until I find a DVD, because there's always a DVD.
You say always, but no.
Well, if
unless you
there's not
want
a
to
DVD,
import it at a high price with no subtitles.
then that's fine.
In which case, if you want to do that, then be my guest.
So
Truthfully, here's the weird thing. Over time, the prices of them haven't been seeming so obscenely unreasonable anymore. Because now, in the days of me paying like 8,000 yen for a figure, the 5,000, like 6,000 to 7,000 yen, like every month or two, isn't like so bad for a part, but it's still a lot of fucking money in comparison to releases over here. In the sense of you could get the whole show. But still, they're nice to have. I kind of want to get the rest of Papa Kiki, but I doubt that day will come.
Like it's nice having the genuine article rather than the adaptation made for the, American.
At the same time, the thing that really bugs me is that there are no English subtitles, at least. There are some shows that do, don't get me wrong. I know Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere does have subtitles from the Japanese release.
Yeah.
Because that's nice. If more people did that, I would be much more like inclined to being like, okay, this is okay, because I'm not just buying something that I won't understand because I'm too lazy to like learn that, and I know I won't use it on a daily basis to the point of I'll forget it after a while.
Yeah, no.
That's how languages work. So it's like one of those things where it's like you will have a better time if you study like over there because you'll be using it on a daily basis. Otherwise, you won't have such an easy time unless, like, you and a group of friends are all, like, doing it, and in which case it's then a case of making sure you can make time to talk with those friends on a daily basis, to which point you can probably do something a bit more productive rather than trying to learn a language that is good, but you can probably do better things with your time right now.
Like sleep. So, up on the movies. Movies ones for me is probably the most anticipated. Purely because I love having film collections of anime.
I'm not part of that group. Side note, I'm kind of annoyed because, like, basically my friend Greg, who's in Canada, wanted to get the I forget how exactly the first word, but I think it was Pantama inverted, something along those lines. But basically, there was a Kickstarter from all the anime, also known as Thank Fuck You Exist. Because, look, Anime Limited, or all the anime, thank you for existing and bringing out fucking amazing shows like Gurren Lagann, Cowboy Bebop, Blood Lad to a lesser extent for most people, since among the rest of the titles I just mentioned, it's probably not the best.
Wow.
I loved Blood Lad personally, but basically just releasing all of those on Blu-ray, including Durarara, and it's just like, you release them on Blu-ray in like really nice versions, even though you have your issues in the sense that you're like an upstart currently, and the fact that you delay like a lot, as in I'm now waiting until January for the collector's edition of Inverted, whereas the Ultimate Edition comes out at the end of this month, and then the Standard Edition comes out 2 weeks after. I think no, the Standard Edition comes out at the beginning of the month, and then a week later it's the Ultimate, because delays and stuff. It's like,
but basically, happens though,
Yeah, I can understand. It's like very fair considering they're like still new, in the sense of like, I think it was a bit earlier than this time last year that Cowboy Bebop released, and that was, I think, their first like big thing.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
I was gonna say this. That turned into a great side note.
It did. But basically, my friend Greg was like, I want to get this, but they only ship to the UK, and I'm like, oh, you can do that for you. And he was like, cool. And then he was like, how much shipping? I'm like, look, I don't fucking know, but I kind of want it. You can get me the collector's edition, and I'll just ship it to you, and you won't have to pay for it. And he was like, okay. So the reason I'm kind of like, is because the collector's, I won't get my one until like January.
Lol.
But yeah, anyway, back to your movies. That was the best side note.
So
this is how side notes work here.
You're terrible at side
look, I ramble a lot. I think we can both agree that both of us
you
do
ramble
sometimes.
more than countryside walkers.
Probably. I've never met a countryside walker personally.
No, you live in not the countryside.
I pretty much do. There's like nothing around, if that counts.
Well, yeah, that's kind of like Lincoln, to be honest. But anyway, back on
Lincolnshire's pretty shit.
Well, yeah, that's where I'm working at the moment.
I know.
So back on the topic of movies, there are a couple on here which I am so looking forward to. I will spend silly amounts of money to obtain the DVD release, Blu-rays, whatever. I don't care.
One of them is the Persona 3 movie, right?
No, I don't like Persona.
No, I mean one of them, meaning the one.
One is the Persona movie. One is Ars Nova.
Right.
The movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's called Oikai Hagani no Arpeggio. So it's kind of like a different one. It says it's going to be an entirely brand new piece. So I'm assuming it's
nice
just gonna...
when they actually do something different and not like some sort of movie-sized recap.
Yeah.
Which my friend said that's what Clannad did, and that's why he didn't like the Clannad motion picture.
That's kind of what SAO did with with Sword Art Online Extra. It was like an hour-long recap of like all the episodes.
Was Extra a movie, or was that technically an OVA?
No, to be honest, that was easily a movie. It was way too long to be an OVA. It was like movie length, and it might as well have been, because it wasn't just like a rundown. He went, there was a story behind why they were backflashing all this stuff, but it was just, it's one of them things.
Because I can't remember the exact sort of line that's drawn between the two, but there's no real need to get behind it. I wouldn't have thought it would be just length, because that might be kind of silly, but...
Yeah,
I mean, obviously...
It might have been a feature length, but it was a really long feature length,
Yeah.
The other one is a Date Alive movie.
Uh-huh. Still need to watch season 2.
Yep. Evangelion as well, there's another one coming out.
Evangelion.
It's the... I don't care.
I know.
It's the fourth and the final movie.
We still don't have the third one over here yet.
Shingeki Jaban, whatever how you pronounce it.
Still haven't seen 3.0 yet. Still isn't released over here yet. Funimation, pick your shit up.
Funimation need to get the fuck on with this shit.
I can't remember the exact reasons, but I'm pretty sure that they were literally just being dicks with it. No, from what I remember, it was... I don't know, it's... My friend Brian, when he knows of a show and, wants to know things, and he'll know, too much, in the sense of... According to him, it's not just, all licensing, it's just Funimation being a bunch of dicks and wanting to get auto monies.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, let's just go with yes.
I was going to say, the last two movies that I really want to mention, because I'm so happy, is, and Jordan will understand in, about 10 seconds, one of them being Fate Collide, not Fate Collide, sorry, Fate Stay Night. It's called Heaven's Feel. It says it's a movie adaptation of the third route of the popular visual novel, so I'm looking forward to that one, big ups, and then, literally... my favourite movie, Love Live School Idol Project, has been made into a fucking film.
Wow. That was 19 seconds, by the way.
That will... 9 seconds extra.
19.
Care.
Boom!
Counting. That will go with my K-On! The movie.
Side note, new Love Live decks, you're going to get one.
Yes, I'm...
Are you getting the limited edition of them that comes with a thing?
Yes.
Good. Have you gotten on that yet?
No.
Get on it.
Okay.
I'll do that after the podcast.
Okay. There's...
I'm gonna just add a little note. I really want to get the Idolmaster one.
Wow.
that's released at the end of the month. I want to, but I can't yet, so I hope that they still have it in stock, because I want an Idolmaster deck. Because Miki
Wow.
is love. Miki is life.
So, just to finish up on this TBA stuff, there's an OVA out for Nyako. If you don't know who Nyako is, then don't worry. If you do, then you'll be like, woo! Because
Sandwich?
not Nyako's cool. No,
Sandwich.
or Nyaruko. I can't remember how to pronounce the name, but I
Nyako.
think it's Nyako.
Hayo Narako-san?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
There's an OVA out for that, so I'm hoping there's going to be a continuation of like the last seasons
W.
of all the stuff she was in.
Whoa.
And then the final thing for this little
Finally.
recap.
You see what I did there?
Shut
I
up.
said final, I said finally.
Finally, fuck off.
Wow.
Yamada-kun 2-7 in Nomajo is basically Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. If you have the Crunchyroll manga app, you have probably read the Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches manga. If you don't, you may have picked it up in a bookstore like Waterstones or something.
I haven't.
They are making it into finally a fucking anime, and I've watched the openings, the OVAs for it that they've got out at the moment, and it looks amazing. It is really good, and the manga is just fantastic. So yeah, biggie for that. So, but apart from that, that all seems to be what's on the TBA at the moment. Biggest things is Fate, Collide, and Nisekoi. I think is going to be the top ones for us.
And Durara for me, personally.
Yeah.
I want to see where they're going to go with that. Because I'm not so sure as where they're going to go with that. I mean, I also...
It's going to be on Crunchyroll,
Yeah, I know.
so I'm going to catch up with it on there.
Yeah, that, and eventually I know... I have never seen any of the Tales animes because of the fact that I play the games. So I don't...
You don't want to ruin one or the other.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing though, with like the other shows, it's the other anime adaptations for it, it's not really been a big deal because I've played them at that point. Side note, Tales of Vesperia the First Strike, fucking 10 out of 10, watch it before you play Vesperia because it is a prologue. Great. Fucking great thing. Puppy Repeat, best anything want to plush, like right now.
Lol.
If anyone knows where I can get one that isn't like that weird sort of cleany thing that's actually a good quality, tell me now, because I want it.
What was the deck I was looking at getting again?
Deck, Love Live.
Love Live deck.
Or you could just literally put in White Schwartz and it's like one of the first ones that come up because it's a new
I just typed Love Live. Ooh, there's the Love Live School Idol Festival official illustration book for 2,000 yen.
That reminds me of the fact that I saw a Symphagus something as a book and I was like, you know what, I actually kind of want that, but I can't because it's out of stock now.
Ooh, this one you mean initial production limited box package.
Yep.
16-pack booster box.
16?
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird. Okay, go on.
And it's only 4,900.
Then no, that isn't what I'm on about. What are you
That's-
looking at?
It's it's 16 packs, but they're 5 cards.
So it's like a... No, it's not, because... No, huh.
You get 5 gross special cards, 9 cast original items, and a Dulux gorgeous autographed embossed card with the voice with a voice recording.
Is that White Schwartz? Because it doesn't sound like...
Oh no, these ones were done by 5 Cross.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because it's still a 20 booster box, it just comes with an extra item.
I might buy that anyway, purely because.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm just saying
not necessarily for this cards, but just for the the signed and the with a voice recording, because that would be quite cool.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, go for it, dude.
I'm just trying to find the.
Look, just type in White Schwartz and it'll come up. But yeah, were there any animes you wanted to talk about before I move on to games?
Yes, actually, there is.
Because we should get those out of the way first before
Okay.
I go on about how awesome these games are.
Oh, here we go. Limited edition.
Yeah.
Oh, there's limited edition A and there's limited edition B.
Yep.
Oh, this is not cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to decide. Oh wait, no, I don't, because they're not released until January. Fuck it, I'll order them both.
Well,
Yeah, I
January
know.
is going to be hell for both of us.
It is
Because I have my Sim figure, Chris figure, all my Nisekoi ones. Yours is going to be worse than mine though. Because if you're adding both of those, that's an extra 15,000 yen.
yes.
On top of the probably close to already 15,000 yen that yours is. Because if
No,
mine's
no, no.
20,000.
My January order's 5,000 because the Prisma Ilya one's
So
already
did you
2.5.
did you not do the Nisekoi then?
No, I haven't ordered the Nisekoi
Okay,
one yet.
right, okay, yeah. I was gonna say if you did, then I'm like, whoa, what?
Because what I may have to do then is order the Nisekoi one and then pick one of the Love Lives, but then I'll think about it. I got plenty of time to pre-order.
You say that, but they do go out quickly.
They do, but I think these ones, being relatively new, will be available for back order if needs be.
After release.
Yeah,
Keyword
after the release. But I can
Only issue being with
live
the
with
Love
that.
Live ones is there an initial run. Meaning
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is between the
Probably
A, the B.
probably the well, I was gonna say you'll probably see it.
Oh,
it's
the
probably
between
similar to what the
strap and
games were.
pass case.
Yeah. Wait, what was it? What was it again?
It's a pass case,
Right.
and you get like a clip. It's just different artwork on those two.
Yeah.
But I think everything's still pretty much the same.
Oh yeah, everything
It's
is.
just,
It's
you
just
get
the
to, like,
bonus.
pick between A and
It's
B.
like the Love Live game
Yeah.
that you saw before, or just figures. But yeah, let's move on to Animu.
So yeah, okay. So the anime I want to go into at the moment is Trinity 7. I
Okay.
don't know if you've watched any of it.
Nope.
Basically, I think I spoke about it briefly on the last episode, but it's
You
been
did.
it's been about 4 or 5 episodes into the show since we spoke about it last on the one that I broke. And I've got to say, it is so good, and it is getting so much better. Just some of the stuff, the story's really good. I mean, it's really sticking, kind of like in my head. Whereas, you know, when you watch some things and you kind of remember tidbits, you know, I can
Yeah.
really pull like a lot of detail from the story. I don't want to kind of ruin it too much, because I genuinely like the show, and I really hope other people will go ahead and watch it as well, especially if you love comedy, because while like in a lot of moments it's really serious, like with the fights and stuff, the guy's just so laid back and like genuinely thinks he's the best, but like he's modest, but he's always like, you know, well, I'm the strongest here, so I might as well go out and try and kick her ass. And you know, he doesn't make a big issue about it, but it's the way he is just hilarious. There's so much dry humor in it. Like, for example, he'd end up going in and like just doing something to one of the girls, and then taking it completely on the chin, and just being like, "Oh well, I've done it now. I'm just gonna, you know, carry on with this and squeeze a boob,"
Wow.
and shit like that. Oh, hang on, I gotta be right back for 2 minutes.
Whoa. I guess this is the part where I insult Dave a whole bunch. Oh boy, the most fun part of the day. I don't know how to insult him this time. Last time I didn't even insult him. I'm pretty bad at this. Games are cool. Cards are cool also. I haven't been watching much anime apart from Twin Tales actually. I already said that though. Twin Tales is a great show. Watch it. Like, seriously. It's good. Should watch that. Like now. Please. 10 out of 10.
Alright, I'm back.
The bonds of friendship are forged
Woohoo!
through domestic violence.
It is. That's
Sure.
exactly how it works.
That's how
Um,
Twin Tales told me. And I agree with it entirely. I've always said that.
Fuck
That's why I beat my
Christ,
friends.
This is why I don't leave you alone.
Mercilessly.
You start going on about Twin Tales, no, shut up.
I had to fill in the blanks. I started
Fill in the
off saying
blanks.
I was going to insult you, but then I remembered I couldn't do it last time.
No, it failed miserably last time. Anyway, yeah, continuing with Trinity 7, basically, there's this one scene, and I had to pause because I was in tears. It was so funny. He's basically started like his own little harem. One of the girls thinks he's her husband. One of the girls sees him as the older brother, but kind of like fancies him as well. You know. So he wakes up in the morning, and you've got the one that thinks her husband lying next to him naked, and you've got the lolly, you know, naked as well on the other side in his bed. Mm-hmm. So he wakes up and he's sitting there in bed, and he's just got this look of like deep thought on his face, like, you know, he's literally just there like, and then one of the other girls walks in and starts chattering about something, and then sees him in bed, and then he just sits there and like basically fists his palm and just goes, got it, Lilith, come on, and tries to get her to join in. Oh my god. Fucking brilliant. I just genuinely thought that was the best thing ever. I will try and find that clip and add it into the podcast.
Well,
on the video
a
if
link
I can.
to it. A link.
Yes,
to it.
If I can find a link to it.
If we can get clips and stuff, we'll probably just have links, because if we drop them in, then A, it'll break the flow, and B, we might get copyright strikes.
As
a former abridger, I understand that don't, because it can suck. Not saying don't abridge. Abridging's fun at times if you can keep with it and get past episode 1. I couldn't.
No, just because you're terrible.
You see, here's the thing. I don't mean to brag, but I'm better than some people when it comes to the editing side. None of the big names, obviously, because they actually, like, the starters make money off of it.
And have proper software.
No, I have proper software.
They have better software.
No, that's not the thing. Don't use Movie Maker, it's shit.
No, Movie Maker
as long as you
bad.
have masking, you're pretty much golden. That's literally all you really need for abridging. Masking is, like, essential to doing anything decently.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Trust me.
So games.
So was that literally the only one you want to talk about?
What, Trinity 7? Yeah, I didn't want to like drag on the anime too long. I'll have another one after it.
Okay.
After the games.
I'll do one of the games, and then you do one of the animes. I'll do one of the games. Anyway, since I have two, so hey, it's perfect. So the first one we'll get on with. Both of these are Vita games. If you don't have a Vita, like Dave, who is a scrub for not having a Vita, and
Lies.
so are you. Because look, on this podcast we like to talk about Japanese culture and things, not so much about actual Japanese culture, but things that come out
I was going to say,
Japan.
we can't really say we talk
I'd
about
like
Japanese
to say
culture.
that and then correct myself because it's much more funny, Dave. Please.
Just no.
Yeah, anyway, we like to talk about shit from Japan. I just like to say it that way so as we don't seem like uncultured barbarians. We do know things about actual culture, but
we just don't care.
Well, I wouldn't say don't care, we just don't talk about it as much. There are better people to listen to if you want to know about actual culture. Probably people we listen to learn about actual culture. But anyway, both if you like Japanese games, the Vita is like heaven. If you don't, never go near a Vita in your life. Because I don't know how to put it. The Vita doesn't get many, like, supposedly good Western games, but I don't care. Because you get awesome games. But anyway, Freedom Wars by Japan Studio from Sony Interactive. Fucking great game. As far as I'm aware, it's got the same art director that works on God Eater, which is also a game like God Eater Burst, God Eater 2. God Eater Burst being the only one released over here. It's a PSP title, and you can, if that is true and I'm not like just fucking up all my facts, you can easily see it because they look similar. If you look at God Eater 2 and you look at Freedom Wars, they have a very similar style, and truthfully, I kind of prefer this style to the style in Tales games, and I love the style in Tales games. I prefer this style to Persona even. I prefer the style of Tales games to Persona games, so I don't know why I said even, but still. Look, it's just a really fucking fun game. It's like, when they were at E3, I can't remember who it was who were talking to the guys, but they kept like bringing up like Attack on Titan and stuff, and how the abductors look sort of like angels from Ava. Which obviously you can kind of tell because they have like the two block things, except they're on their backs and not their sides, and they have the thorn, which is essentially like you become Spider-Man. Except it's not so. I guess the best way to put it is like the grapple from, I think, Lost Planet 3, either 2 or 3. I'm not. I only played the demo, but it's like you can sort of like launch it and attach yourself to a wall, and then you jump off the wall and do that sort of thing. You don't swing with it. You also use it to like attach it to an abductor, and you can like drag it down, so as it's like a lot more vulnerable and not going to beat the shit out of you, which they commonly do, because they're not nice and they abduct people. But as much as I love the gameplay, and it is honestly just amazingly fun, and I really want more people to get it that I know, so as I can actually play with them, rather than going onto like the Hummingbird forums and being like, hey, you guys have Freedom Wars, and play with someone once, and it was just like the connection was bad and I dropped out like just as we finished one of the super hard like missions. I'm like, oh fucking, oh well, we did it, that's proof enough for me. I don't need the like sentence knock off. But when I mentioned that sentence, the premise is what I fucking love the most about this game, because it's essentially at the very beginning you lost your memory, which is a crime. Getting amnesia is a fucking crime, guys. You want to know why? Because if you forget all your memory, you forget all your training, and then you're just like, you just wasted the efforts of your fucking, I'm too tired to remember its name. Your base place. We'll call it the base place because that rhymes.
The base place, the database place.
Database place. Perfect.
So
basically, you live in the data. Yeah. We'll just refer to it as the database from now on, just because. Basically, you have a 1 million year sentence because you lost your memory, and beforehand you probably had a sentence of about the same sort of magnitude, I guess. And your goal in the game is to make that sentence down to 0. One of the most fun things, though, you can get like by doing missions and other stuff, or like contributing to your participaton. Yeah, it'll probably stay on here. Fuck it, I'm just going to read the back. I'm not actually going to read the back because it doesn't say anything of decentness yet.
Wow.
Basically, you do missions and you like donate items you get from missions and stuff like that. You can manufacture munitions and weapons and like medical supplies and augmentations and stuff, and you can donate all those. Side note, best way to knock your sentence down, because I managed to get 400,000 years off by doing like 2 days of like straight, well not straight, because it's like 5 hours a day or something of going through like the Selgon, doing all this bullshit, going into like this other place and just like manufacturing munitions and shit. It's like all of that, and then I knocked my sentence down to 500,000 in total. But basically, your goal is to knock all of this time off. As far as I'm aware, when you get down to 0, there's like not much that happens. But basically, you can also get like things added to your years added to your sentence. Right. And in the very beginning of the game, it's fucking absurd. And to some people, it's probably infuriating, but it's like so little that it's just actually just really comical. As an example, when you start off, you don't have any rights, pretty much. You spend like entitlement points to like buy rights to do things, which is a main like thing. Like you can't have, like when you come out of a mission, it's like you'll get things of set rarity. At the beginning, you can only get things of 1 rarity. If you take anything of any higher rarity without the right to do that, you'll get like in addition to your sentence. Right. So your sentence is a lot higher, but it's not really, because like with level 2 it's like a 40-year addition to your sentence, which you can really just get rid of easily, like really easily by just getting rid of a couple of the items. But so it's sometimes worth it in that respect, even though you can't do anything with them until you get the right to like have a higher level facility to do anything with it. But basically, I got the option to either like just
Sorry.
sit there and do.
Not that I'm bored. I'm just
No.
sleepy.
Okay, basically, I had the option to like rest or not rest, and I was like, you know what? He said I should rest, so I'll rest. I laid down. I didn't have the right to recline, so I got 10 years added to my sentence. And I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. The fact that that bullshit just happened. One of the other entitlements is you're not allowed to run for more than 5 seconds. Otherwise, you will get like a 20-year addition to your sentence. So you have to like run and stop and run and stop in order to like actually get anywhere at a decent speed. And then if you get too far away from your accessory, which is basically this sort of android more or less that like comes along with you and like keeps you in line more or less, and aids you in battle in some ways. Look, it's just a really fucking great game, and I love the premise of it, and it's just super fun. Look, I've just rambled on about a bunch of awesome things about it, so I think I've spent enough time on that, to be honest. If you want to know more, just like look it up, really. So, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think I
Wow.
covered enough of the basis, enough about it without spoiling like anything at all. Enough, enough to sort of sell it, I guess. Because
Yeah.
I do really like generally want people to try like give it a go, especially if you have a Vita. Because if you have a Vita, then odds are, unless you bought it just for the hell of it, you like Japanese games. If you're listening to this podcast, odds are you like Japanese games.
It's like I like Japanese games. Do you know what? I went into game and I was gonna get Vesperia and Nexperia.
Did you actually find it?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
No.
Oh.
At $49.99 each.
Wow.
Yep.
Because I found
was
mine
like,
like
wow.
when I got mine, I got obscenely lucky in finding it because it was pre-owned on like 20 quid. I was like, oh cool, they have it. Buy. Not until later did I find out that they were selling for like £50 on eBay because they were fucking tough to get. And I bought. Look, if you wanted it, literally go online and buy it because you can get it new for £20 right now because I think there was a reprint.
It was just so bad though.
I know, that's kind of ridiculous, especially because, like I literally just said, there was a reprint. If I can trade in Vesperia and they'll give me like 30 quid, might as well do that like all the time. Buy it new, 20 quid, open, trade in, £30. Infinite money!
Couldn't, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got it. Even if
wow.
No, that's actually really bad. Fucking amazing game though, worth the £50, but especially considering the length of a lot of retail releases. It's a long game.
Yeah.
Like Tales games have this awesome thing where you'll play through it to the point that you genuinely think that the game's over, and then it's like, nope, throw you into this other arc.
Yep.
And they do that a couple of times. I'm like, yes, more game. But yeah, you talk about the other anime at this point, rather than me splurging about how much I love Tales games.
And splurging.
I have the urge to splurge.
Indeed. I think the one for me that I need to give a lot of big props to is Cross-Ange.
Yeah, you do, because you didn't. No one knows.
I beefed Cross-Ange big time in number 1.
And you redeemed yourself.
-1.
Yeah.
I redeemed myself.
And then you lost it.
And then I lost my redemption because the file got corrupt and life's so bad. Basically, the Cross-Ange one, it is on episode 7. Episode 8 is out tomorrow, which I'll be watching that. It's probably got to be one of the most enjoyable series out I will say this season, because I enjoy a lot of anime, so I can't really put it on the same sort of thing as anything else. But if I had to pick, say, my top 5, Cross Ange would definitely be in it for this particular season of anime releases. It's just the story's great, and it started out like so simple, and now things are starting to get a lot more complicated. They've introduced new characters, and they've kind of gone back. She got torn out of her home at the beginning, and she's in some weird island thing and flies around in a Gundam suit, and I kid you not, it's pretty much like a Gundam suit. And then these dragons are coming in. The normal people can use mana and stuff like this, and it's really quite involved. And then when you get about between episodes 5 and 7, those 3 episodes, everything just starts sort of gradually changing. Like, they don't just like boom, it's there. They sneak it in an episode, like a couple of changes, and then they blow them out of proportion in the next episode. But you're not too bothered because you already kind of knew deep down something was going on. So I'm not going to spoil it at all because I'm fucking loving this. I literally lost my rag when I couldn't watch it when I was away for the week, because I was like, fuck's sake, I want to know what happens.
Do you not have internet over there or anything?
We do, but I haven't downloaded Ola onto my PC, on my laptop, so I can't get it.
I was about to say you could watch it on your phone, but since you say that, I guess it's not available in this region.
No, I don't think it
To
is.
which I then ask, why didn't you do that while you were there if you have internet?
Because the Premier Inn lists Ola as a because it's a VPN. I can't download VPN software at the particular thing, but I can use it. I just can't download it.
Right. Okay.
I'm just gonna let my dog in a second. So I'm taking my headphones off.
Yep.
I'll still be talking because life.
Go for it.
Dog's annoying. Come on in, Trouble. Come on in. Get your ass in it. Go on. Go on.
His dog's name's Trouble.
Talk about interruptions. Because life. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'd love to go into a rant about that, but
yeah.
oh
Well,
geez, what
you can't.
No, it's. I had a friend who'd literally just like constantly said, just live, and I'm like, please stop. That is like the most half-assed excuse ever.
What's that?
Just like, oh, life, It's like, well, why did blank? Yeah, just life. I'm like, it's not a fucking reason.
Wow. There's a couple other animes, just a quick brief on World Trigger. I started watching that.
Oh yeah, any good?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, and it's not what I thought it'd be.
Yeah, because you did like pretty much skip over that one as well.
Yeah, I thought, well, I'll give it a try, and I watched the first couple of episodes, and it doesn't stay true to the synopsis,
right?
The preview synopsis it gives. It doesn't. Let me see if I just mouse over this. Yeah, one day a gate to another world opens, invaders from another dimension, referred to thereafter as neighbours, overran the area of the gate, leaving the people gripped by terror. I mean, that kind of didn't really sound all that.
Yeah,
okay.
It didn't really resonate with you.
Yeah, exactly. And then I started watching it, and it turns out that this whole thing, these neighbours, they're actually like weapons that just come through these portals. You've got the Border Force Agency, which built a beacon, and the portals can only spawn by this beacon thing now. So they've cordoned the whole area off, and they've got special squads that have powers and weapons that they've harvested from these alien things that have come through, and so on and so forth. And it's actually really good. It's funny. I mean, it's only on episode 6, so I want to kind of see how it goes. But I mean, I watched all 6 episodes in an evening, so it held enough to keep me going.
Huh.
Grisaya. Grisaya is just getting so much better.
I haven't heard anything from my friend yet. I just
Oh.
haven't, so I can't really.
Mitchie nearly dies.
Oh.
Like, not literally, but
I don't know who that is right now, so I'm cool. I haven't been
Yeah.
keeping up.
oh, that's okay then. Yeah, no, Grisaya's turned out like immensely good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I can really say to it is it's basically what I said last time, but obviously we don't know. The only thing I know of Grisaya, apart from the fact that I have the opening CD, and the opening's pretty good, it's starting to grow on me
Yeah.
quite a bit. And the fact that I have the poster on the door, but hey.
That's
Basically, the
good,
fact that my friend's not enjoying it in the sense of it's not in the slightest as good as the visual novel, and they cut out pretty much a lot more than they probably. I don't know. That happens all the time, though. But hey.
Yeah, they kind of have to like trim as much
Yeah,
off as
I can
possible
understand
to
that.
to get more people.
But when he said like, "Oh, they cut out like 90% of this route," I was like, "Oh, 90% sounds excessive."
Yeah.
But yeah.
But then again, you don't really know that. I mean, they might have moved it to a different timeline or time point in, the actual anime. So
Well, I mean, you just said someone died, so maybe not.
no, somebody didn't die. It was
Oh,
like
okay. Damn.
she.
I was
nearly-
hoping someone died.
No. She nearly dies.
Ah,
One person does get killed, but then turns out it wasn't them.
people
They
don't die
just
when
used
they
a-
are killed.
They just used a corpse. Terraformers, episode 9 now, it is fucking amazing. I said in the last one I've loved it that much that I actually went and bought the book. Because, and yeah, I finished reading, I didn't read the book, because I remember I telling you on the last podcast that I broke. I didn't want to read the book because I was worried I'd get ahead
Yeah.
of the series, because I didn't know how many episodes this one book held, because it was quite the first
Yeah.
few pages didn't have
Yeah, I know what you mean.
anything that was in the anime, and it turns out that book 1 actually depicts what happened before all of the anime. It's
Right.
literally like day 1. I mean, it tells you about how the original it's all about the original exploration team and what happened and what went wrong, and how Terraformers and the anime episode 1 started.
Huh.
It was so I basically
Well, that's
just
good to
caught up
know
on
at
that.
least.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And you find out how they got their powers, and how it all came about, how the guys before them got their asses kicked, and like what happened to them, and how the survivors managed to get home, because one of the general guys, the one who's like a bee, he's got like hands that turn into bee stingers basically, on the anime, and he was like, I was in Mars. It shows you him when he was on the original team and how he makes it home with somebody, and it answers a couple of questions when you start watching the anime. So if you're going to watch the anime, buy Terraformers Book 1, read that, then start watching it. It'll make a shitload more sense, especially the first few episodes.
Huh.
So yeah, that was something new I learned. I was quite surprised. And Parasite the Maxim. I know I'm kind of going a little bit deeper, but this is the last one. Parasite the Maxim. It's on episode 7, and it is just getting insane.
I saw a clip. That's about all I know.
Well,
One of
basically-
my friends who's like into similar just weird shit was like, "Is there an anime to watch this season since Space Dandy's done now?" I was like, "I don't know. Parasite's about insect people, and I mean no, fucking terraformers. Sorry, I meant to say terraformers. Terraformers about insect people, and Parasite's just weird. I think you should watch Parasite." Looked up some clips and was like, "Yeah, this looks weird. Yeah, I think you'll like. Yeah, you'll definitely like. Yeah,
it is freaky.
I know.
bas-
It's the sort of thing
basically-
he'd like." So I sent it to him,
yeah,
and he never said anything about it. So
fucking
fuck knows
douche.
what's going on.
He's probably died.
Probably.
But basically, it starts off we still don't know the origins. It hasn't been explained yet. These little puff balls float to Earth in various places on Japan. Who would have thought? Might have been across the whole world, but I'm guessing it's probably just Japan because, let's face it, all of this always happens in Japan.
You say that, but not always.
No, not always. And then basically these puffballs crack open and these little worm thing comes out, parasites, and they go and take over they go and take over people's bodies. Now the main aim of the parasite is to take over the human brain so they can control the whole body and morph to their fullest, what they consider as their fullest capability. One of them gets inside this kid but doesn't take him over, it just takes over his hand. So throughout the show he ends up calling this parasite, who can talk to him using his like a mouth in his hand now, so think Vampire Hunter D, calls him Migi, because Migi is right hand, Japanese.
Wow. So creative.
Yeah. He had a parasite in his hand, he didn't want to give him like a decent name like Bob.
Wow.
So
props to all the Bobs out there.
Yes.
Your name is considered decent.
So basically, throughout the next couple of episodes, the kid who's called Shinichi is basically this scared, like, little bitch. He is.
Wow.
He's just a whiny bitch, and he freaks out every time they get into a fight with.
What did you say? What did you say his name was again?
Shinichi. Shinichi.
Close enough to Shinji.
Yeah. So basically, every time he gets into a fight, he freezes up and craps out. But as the show goes on, he slowly kind of not get used to it, but he kind of like starts using his anger to like get past his fear.
Yeah.
And he puts more trust in Parasite in his hand, who obviously, because it doesn't want to die, it defends him. And together they manage to get through like the first couple of fights without taking any serious damage. And then he has a tragedy. His mum and dad go out into the countryside, and he thinks they'll be safe because it's away from any city, so the chances are there's none of them out there. However, they manage to run into one just by pure chance, and it needs a new body. So it cuts off his mother's head and takes over her body.
Yep.
And then pushes his dad off a cliff.
Wow.
His dad survives, and he finds out. And then the monster that takes over, the parasite that takes over his mum, turns up at his house to find the father to finish him off, so he doesn't go and tell anybody. And instead, he finds Shinichi. Migi tries to defend him, but
he's all like, "Mom, it's me."
Yeah, he's like, "Mum, it's me," and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he knows it's an alien because her head morphs into a load of blades, and he's like, "Oh," and he sticks a knife to Migi, so he can't like defend him. So she just stabs him in the heart,
Yep.
and kills him. So Migi then goes into his heart after she leaves, and repairs it, and obviously he comes back to life. Turns out he doesn't need his glasses anymore because he's gone through some changes.
Question.
Yes.
Why the fuck doesn't he move into his brain?
Because he can't take over the brain.
Well, that's dumb then. He can move into his heart and repair that. Why can't he move into the brain?
He can repair the heart, but he can't take over another part of the body because he's already too far developed.
Wow.
It is explained in quite great detail, because I think that's kind of one of the things a lot of people would probably ask, as you've shown. So anyway, he goes after, to protect his father, he goes after his mother, and Migi basically says to him, "Look, you dipshit, you tried to, you put a knife to me last time so I couldn't defend you, am I allowed to kill her?" And he's like, "Yes, it's not my mother, kill her." And he meets another person like him who hasn't got his brain taken over, and it's just his mouth, so they kind of make friends, and he helps him keep watch over the hospital, because the guys in their hand and the mouth can detect the presence of the others of their kind within 300 meters. So when he finds one like in the town and it's his mum, he phones Shinichi and goes, "Oh, shit, she's here, blah blah blah." So he leads her away to a forest. He then gets stabbed
by his mum trying to like take her on. But the mouth one basically defends his body internally so he doesn't die. So it just looks like it's a surface wound, but it looks fatal. Shinichi has managed to obtain like ridiculously fast speed. He can jump stupidly high. He's really quick. He can see. He's so agile now that he can see the movements of these like blades that they use as like biological like hardened limbs. So he can dodge and whatever and cut, and he can turn his hand. Migi turns his hand into a knife because since the heart thing, basically he needs to sleep loads. So he basically just goes, right, I'm going to turn your hand into a massive sword, and then I'm going to go to sleep. So do what you want. So
what a guy! What a pal!
Anyway, he proceeds to like damage his mother because like he's just too good. Shinichi's just like suddenly fucking amazing. But when she lands on the floor, she puts her hand up, and he sees the scar that he left on her hand when he was a kid, and of course he freezes up. And then she knocks him down, and she goes to kill him, and then the guy that was his friend gets up behind her and just lops her fucking head off and like literally cuts her head to pieces to save him. And he's a bit Shinichi's a bit shocked because he's like, oh, it was my mum, but then he's like, oh, it's not, fuck it. But he's thankful. So it's looking like it's going to get stupidly interesting because Shinichi kind of has, with the parasite inside him, it's kind of given him powers beyond human capability, which gives, because he's got that along with Migi, they've got a really kind of solid advantage over like a single one. So I'm
new question. Where the fuck did the second one come from?
What do you mean, the second one? Oh, the other guy.
Yeah.
He basically he was just sat on a step and crying.
No, I mean as in like you just said like Shinichi has another parasite.
Oh no. He's got Migi, which is in his hand, but Migi can split into multiples.
Okay.
So when he repaired his heart, he split into tiny pieces of himself to help repair the holes. But now all those tiny pieces are just flowing through Shinichi's bloodstream, which is giving him superpowers.
Right. Yeah, I get it now. I was like,
well, not superpowers, but you know what I mean.
I was literally about to say, why doesn't one of them go into the brain?
Mm-hmm. He asks Migi the same question in episode 7. So all these questions you asking, Shinichi's already there.
Yeah.
So it is. See, you might as well be Shinichi. But yeah, apart from that, mate, that's me done.
Good. Well, I guess it's my turn to talk about the real game. The best game.
By the way, spoilers.
I was about to say that like halfway through saying that I was like, oh yeah. People probably know. They probably know that it's going this far at this point. At some point they're going to tune out. After this, we're pretty much just going to ramble on for fucking whatever reason. Since we said we were going to rant about things. And honestly, we might as fucking well. It's already almost 2 hours, so why the fuck not? You can cut off at the rant if you want to. It's probably just going to be a bunch of bullshit. Anyway, as I said before, I like Tales games. Like, I really like Tales games. It's in probably one of my favourite video gaming series. And what was released like a week ago, over here at least, Tales of Hearts R. It's a good game. It's for the Vita, again. So it's a portable Tales game that isn't on a Nintendo system, so it's good. Because fuck Nintendo systems. And fuck you if you like them. You're fine, really. Just please don't be that guy who's all like, I need all the Smash Brothers. All.
What the hell?
I'm just really pissed off at how many people are just all like, I need to get the 3DS version of Smash and the Wii U version of Smash, even though I'm never going to touch the portable version again. Which is what John did. And I was like, John, you're never going to play the 3DS version of Smash again. Just trade it in if you're going to trade in a bunch of games anyway. And then I talked him into it, and he was just screaming about how much he hated me for talking him into it. And that, to me, he is the like full embodiment of a Nintendo fanboy. And all I can see whenever I hear anyone wanting to play Smash, all I can hear is just him screaming, "I hate you. I fucking hate you." Long story short, don't be a fanboy of anything in general, please. Try not to be, at least. Try to have an open mind and like other things.
Yeah, you damn fanboy.
Yeah. Anyway, time to be a fanboy out about Tales games. Not really. But I do love Tales games and just like, as I said, their sort of format and how they go. Heartstar is more of that, more or less. If you ever played a Tales game and you liked it, you'll like this. If you haven't, give it a try because it's on the Vita and therefore you can get it for like £25 or like $40 maybe. It's compatible with the Vita TV, so if you don't have a Vita, you can get a Vita TV. You know why you would do that? Because it's actually a lot cheaper than a Vita and you get to play it on a TV.
TV with TV. Ooh.
Whoa. Whoa.
Sorry, just to interrupt, I found a Hokokoku starter deck.
Oh yeah.
But they're level Neo ones.
Yeah, I know.
The level Neo cards are really nice, so I'm going to order one. And they do a Black Bullet one as well. Oh
I know.
My God.
I'm aware.
Give me it.
No, I don't wanna. But basically, one thing that's weird is they changed the names. One of them I can understand, which is that one of them is called Shing, which is the main character, or Shingi. His name is now Core. It was Shing Meteorite, and now it's Core Meteor, which sounds pretty rad. The weird name change is for Kohaku and Hisui. I forget Hisui's original name in the Japanese version, but Kohaku's was... fuck. Can't even remember.
That was really good.
Claps. Look, all I can tell you is it was an English, really English name. Like Chloe or some shit. And in the English version, it's Kohaku. And I'm like, why? Anyway. I don't want to explain the plot because that's not my thing. But, yeah. One thing I like is just, in terms of controls and just... It's basically a bridge between Graces and Vesperia. Not just in the sense of that's around the time it was released. But in the sense of it has the overworld, unlike when it got from Graces onwards, it's sort of been like this sort of weird hallway type thing, but still all as full to scale. As opposed to ones prior to it, which were sort of a hub world, and then you can enter a town and it's like a full-size town. And Zestria, which is coming out in a couple of months for Japan and like a few months after for here, which is fucking incredible because we have to wait years for Tales games, but for Zestria we have to wait like 6 months.
Yes, we do.
I fucking love that, I'm not gonna lie. But with Zestria it's like fully open world, which I'm not sure how I feel, but it'll be very interesting if nothing else. They're actually changing a lot with it, but one interesting thing about Hearts though, Heartstar specifically, for starters, there's a character that wasn't in the original Hearts, and you don't, which is kind of spoilers, but that's why you don't. If you go through the game wondering why a certain character, you just like, what is he? Why does he exist? No one knows anything about him. It's because he wasn't originally there. And you don't learn really anything about him until post-game events, which is the Triverse Gate area, which is in Innocent Sar. And in Innocent Sar, which came before it, you found an image of Tempest and Hearts. So, the theory is that Tempest Star should exist. It was an April Fool's Day joke once, as I found out. That's about it. I don't know if there's ever going to be another one, but it's a Triversed Gate. And, you know, they all come from another world, apparently. There were 2 characters in Innocent Star, which doesn't have an English release, so Hopefully, we'll get one someday. But
Fingers
basically,
crossed.
one of my point was,
Oh my
you
God.
look, you get in Tales games you usually buy your weapons or you'll find your weapons. In this game, you get them through like the level up system, like this sort of skill tree, as some would address it if you play other games and not Tales games.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because that's just like really weird in the sense of it's like, you don't. Without buying weapons, I found that I kind of had a ridiculous overabundance of gold. Which was like, why? What? Okay. I had like 1,000,000 gold. This doesn't usually happen. Um, but yeah, and you get your weapons from level ups and shit. And I can't really explain much apart from one of the nice control things, which is you can assign like other characters' arts that you're not playing as to like touchscreen gestures. It's like if you
Right.
tap on their icon, you can say like set that to heal. So you tap it and then it heals, or you tap like you sort of have your finger on the icon and then swipe it in either left, right, or up, not down because that's off the screen. But any of those directions, you can select other arts. So I have like tap it for heal, like drag up for resurrect. Get it? Like get up, resurrect. Funny jokes. Stuff like that. It's just I didn't find out about any of that until post game, which is like actually really troublesome in the sense of like that would have. It's not a hard game, and I played it on normal, but it's I don't know. I can't. Yeah, it's a good. All I can say is if you like Tales games, get it. If you have a Vita, or if you have a Vita, get it. It's just a good game. The stories. I don't want to go into story like ever, because stories where I always fail at explaining anything,
Yes.
as we're all aware. When it comes to mechanics, I can do it a lot better because I studied that sort of thing in college. So hopefully, I would have picked up a thing or two. But other than that, I don't know much else to say apart from when I mentioned about wanting to do a different cosplay for LAGC, I kind of want to do Core instead of Luga. Which is weird because Core has this sort of sexy leather jacket that'd be a pain in the ass to make. But his hair's brown and about a similar length that I'd be cool with, apart from the fact that it's spiky as shit at the back and my hair won't spike up for shit.
Lol. Fuck your hair.
Yeah, fuck my hair, it's shit, I hate it. I'm not gonna
Don't worry,
defend
your
it.
hair hates you too.
Good. That's why it's such a joke. Anyway, that's literally all I really have to say unless I wanted to splurge about how awesome the Tales series is more. Which I won't, because I'm not a dick. Much. I have one, though.
No, you don't.
Shh.
It's not possible.
I'm not James. I
Wow.
don't need to rip mine off and like
Wow.
store it somewhere. Anyway, you can tune out here more or less unless Dave has anything he wants to say outside of rants.
No, I think I may even call it a night because I'm so tired.
But Dave, that's the best time to just ramble on about bullshit.
I haven't got like the energy to care.
Even better.
I've been dying like the last half an hour.
Look, man, my head has been killing me this whole time.
Plus, I still have to like get all this uploaded and done.
You do,
So-
but that usually takes you like a week. I don't see why you're suddenly so urgent. Oh, you mean
Yes.
upload the file? Okay.
Yeah,
Did you just drag that into like Drive or something and it's like boom?
and it died.
No, as in Drive, as in Google Drive.
No.
Why? What are you uploading it to?
N-
Tell me
uh,
more.
I think I can do it with iCloud. But
Oh.
I have OneDrive. So
Okay.
I can basically I have Microsoft OneDrive
Oh.
and I have cloud stuff because work gave me a Nokia Lumia as a work phone.
I was
So
a.
I
you
got
see,
a smartphone for I got a smartphone for a work phone. I was well happy.
does that not normally happen? Or
No, normally you get like a little shitty one. So, but they've been
I always imagined that you would get like a BlackBerry. Sorry,
No.
yeah, a little shitty one, basically.
no.
Ah,
I got
it's a
decent
joke.
one.
Yeah.
got a decent one, so I was like, oh, nice.
That's actually pretty decent at least then.
Yeah, so
Shame
but
you
it means
can't
I
put
can
all of your
access
porn on it.
Yes, I can.
And then they're like, we need the phone back, and you're like, no.
No, let me just erase everything.
God. So you're a pedophile, eh? It's like, no, I'm a lolicon. It's like throw the biggest tantrum because they got it wrong.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not a pedophile. I'm a lolicon.
As long as it's anime lolicon, it's fine.
Don't try and touch kids.
No.
It doesn't work when you say it that way, though. If you are yourself a child, and it's not,
I will point out
if it's not a bad
not
touch.
a good topic.
If it's as just no bad touch, ever.
This is so not.
Not
a good
even
topic
not
for you
even
to
when
bring
you're
up.
romancing your lady friend. No bad touch.
No bad touch. Oh dear. Oh dear. If we didn't get banned for copyright, we're definitely getting banned now.
Nah. People talk about worse shit on the internet. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could get away with much more. I mean, it's not like we're saying. I'm not even going to bother saying it.
No.
I'm too tired to even think of what I would say.
Just
Yeah, I think we kind of have to end it there at this point now.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll get announcements of things that we missed last time. Senpai summaries might happen. Lord knows when, because with Dave like out and me like working on other projects, it's like we'll get to it eventually.
Yes.
We have a
yes,
script
we will.
and stuff like that, and it'd be
Oh
cool
my
when we got it.
God. I've just found as well on CD Japan that Infinite Stratos 2 OVA World Purge Hen is available for Blu-ray with a first press release. Releases the 26th of November.
So what's the first press release on it?
You get a illustrated box to house the DVD, and it is a nice looking box.
Oh, okay.
A setting booklet, which is 50 pages. So art, I'm assuming, which would be actually really nice. And it's only £39 plus with registered airmail £8, so 48 quid.
Hmm.
So that's actually quite pretty good, to be honest.
That's as good as you're gonna get.
Yeah,
Let's be frank about that.
yeah, but it'll go nicely with my IS stuff, so I may consider it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna hit stop.
Oh
soon.
no, don't. Well, for starters, you didn't say goodbye.
No.
But one thing that, if this goes up in time, that Americans at least should know, the Right Stuff sale. Have you checked it out at all?
No.
You shouldn't. I'm not saying that because it's bad. I'm saying it because I don't want you to lose all of your money before you can import all the goods.
I'm already on.
They have Gatchaman Crowds for $27 on Blu-ray.
Holy fuck! They have the Fairy Tale Blu-ray collection at $27.
Yeah.
They've got the Little Busters #2.
They do.
Okay. I'm
1
putting
and
everything
2,
in the
collection
basket.
1 and 2. Look, Little Buster's dub, fucking awesome. Not because it's like English, but because Koot has this adorable little Russian accent. And oh my god, it's the best.
Cood, so good.
Koodwafta.
Cood,
Wafu.
best Cood. They have the Clanad After Story, High School DxD Season 2, Certain Magical Index, Tari Tari.
You're not looking in the sale right now, right?
I'm trying not to, but it's Wave 2
Yeah.
featured projects.
Wave 2 includes stuff like Gatchaman Crowds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to get Gatchaman Crowds because I want to see what it's about.
I'm actually looking at it now. They've got that Kanan DVD complete
Kanan,
collection as well,
yeah.
Kanan. But for Blu-ray, $24.99. For normal, it's $20.99. But on Anime Online, it's a tenner, and it's free shipping.
Yeah.
This is like, yeah. It's a bit of a-
Truth, to be fair, also, anime in America is a lot. Like, RRP on anime in America is a lot more than over here.
Yeah.
RRP's like $70, and over here it's like 20 something.
See, I'm looking at the Fairy Tale. They've got Collection 2 as well for the same
Yeah.
price. So, you can basically have the Blu-ray collection of Fairy Tale 1 and 2 for the price of one.
What episodes of that are those? Or just say what 2
20.
goes up to.
Right. The collection 1 does episodes 1 to 24.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
It's the full collection, and then collection 2 is 25 to 48.
Okay.
So that's good for $57.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like, I thought it was like 50 on each.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm sure there was something that was like that was similar, but oh well.
Definitely.
Anyway, after I mentioned that, we really should like end this off. So, any like last words or anything you want to add? Any last words, punk?
Senpai, don't touch me there.
But we're all senpais. Hey man, we're all senpais here.
Couldn't help it.
Let me touch
Sorry.
him. What? Yeah.
Anyway, no, that's it for me. So, bye bye from Sleepy Dave. Sorry, this episode's gonna be horrible.
Look, man,
tough.
it's just been fun in general for us at least.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'd enjoyed it. So anyway, I have some things to add just because we need to plug all the things, obviously. Starters, you should totally go and check out the site since it's more or less done now. That's senpai.co.uk. Me and my friend Joseph are doing a manga, or mango as I like to call it, since it's in the format of a manga and aimed at people who read mangas, but it's not in Japanese or made in Japan. So I'm just going to address it as a mango. A mango going by the title Kiboyaku, because that word doesn't actually exist.
No.
It's true. That is that word has no meaning.
I've just found.
Oh my god.
In wave 1 of those that write stuff fantasy is Fantasist the Dolls Blu-ray collection.
Yeah.
I have to buy that.
God damn it. Anyway, we're doing that. Hopefully it'll be done near the end of the month or early next month because it's taking some time to figure some stuff out. So check
or
that
I'll
out.
be arrested because of masses of debt.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave will probably be like on the run at some point. We'll probably pop in every now and then. Just be
I'm
like
in Spain.
It's like, hi, I'm in Spain. This is awkward to get these times right. Anyway, outside of that, can't actually think of much other than we'll probably add merch topics more to this a bit more. To be honest.
Yep.
Side note: next podcast, we don't actually know how frequent these are going to be anymore at this rate, but one of the podcasts might be a video podcast.
Yeah.
Just
it may be.
Maybe.
It depends on stuff.
Yeah. Because as Dave said, he's working around my area, or Lincolnshire at least. So he's going to try to drop by, and then we'll record card games and a podcast if he can. Which hopefully he can. I mean, you could just like swing by on your way back, or something for the weekend.
Yeah, no, I will see what I can do.
Yeah. Because it'd be cool to just have a video podcast that's like comprehensive in some way, and we won't interrupt each other as much.
No, but
Hopefully.
I'll be able to hit you.
Likewise. You know what they say?
Oh my god,
The bonds of
shipping is
friendships
really
are
cheap.
forged in the heat of domestic violence.
That's very true. So,
Twin Tales, very true life lessons about friendship. And with that very true note about the best show of the season,
yes.
I say we end it off. So, hope you
Toodlepip.
enjoyed this dumb bullshit bedtime stories edition of the Senpai Picture Podcast, or the SPP, or the Senpai PP.
Senpai PP.
Senpai PP.
So,
Episode 0. We
Bye-bye,
enjoyed it.
everybody.
Hopefully you
We
enjoyed
love
it.
you.
So, goodbye. Dave loves you. I will continue to notice no one, especially not Dave. I was just talking to my imaginary subconscious
Penis.
person that I call Dave. That too. Dave is in fact just a penis.
an imaginary
He
penis.
is an imaginary penis.
Okay.
Yep.
It's been fun, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like sleep, talk for 20
We're gonna
minutes.
go and regain any form of comprehensive thought that we can.
So, bye bye.
Yep. Farewell. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye.